I love Texas, and I love El Paso. Of course, El Paso is kind of 600 miles from everything. Like that, when you're in El Paso, we were just driving through Texas en route to Utah with my family just a couple of weeks ago, and there's a whole lot of time to think when you're out in West Texas. But I'm happy to be here with Burgess, with Buddy, who obviously just had to leave, and Veronica. This is clearly not a partisan issue. This is just something that we need to do as the United States Congress to get this right. This is a rule that was created in 1966. It's long past due for an update, and to make sure that we're providing solutions for the American people to be able to come to their capital. I completely agree with Veronica about the importance of El Paso having greater options to be able to move the people from Fort Bliss and the federal employees there, but not just the federal employees, the state folks, as well as the her constituents and people who need to come to their capital. But I represent San Antonio, and it's a city that's got about 1.7 million people, and it's the 7th largest city in the country, and it has Joint Base San Antonio. It has enormous numbers of military installations, and it does not have a direct flight to Reagan National. That's ridiculous, and that is a product of an old rule that was arbitrary, so it needs to change. Now, you guys write all these stories like, oh, you're looking for your own direct flight so you can get up here to work. No. I've got a direct flight out of Austin. It's about 20 minutes from my house, one direct flight. But the people of San Antonio have been clamoring this for decades. My predecessor, Lamar Smith, my former colleague, Will Hurd, my colleague, Tony Gonzalez, my Democratic colleagues in San Antonio have been working on this for a while, and it's long past due. This is a 5-year authorization. We need to fix it now. Hopefully Senator Cruz over there on the Commerce Committee is going to be able to help us shepherd this through in the Senate, but we need to get it done. That we're talking about less than 2% of the existing slots by having 7 additional slots. They can move and manage and deal with what they need to do with the traffic at Reagan, but we got to be able to free up some of these cities outside of the perimeter rule and give some flexibility while maintaining and making sure we're not going to negatively impact flights like Buddy has in a direct flight from Savannah and so forth. Now, his district is a great district. I love Savannah, but it ain't Texas 21, so we'll all defend our own home districts as we see going forward. But we need to do this. I really applaud Burgess for all his work on this. And by the way, compromising, right? We started off with 28 slots. We were working on 13 or 14. We ended up at 7. 7, I think, is a number that ought to move through with sail through the House. And I hope that a few of the airlines that view this as a ability to have a monopoly for themselves will stand down and allow this to free up. What are they afraid of? A little competition? I'd like to see all the airlines agree that this is better for the industry and for the people they serve. I'll give it back to Burgess.